If you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I'm Cassidy. This is Twisted Stitches. We're gonna make some magic. Don't know why that was so hard for me to get out. I've lost it. This is about the personal curriculum. I thought Bosch. Apparently, I can't speak today, but we're gonna leave it in because everything's real over here. So personal curriculum is exactly what you think it is. I found this off of YouTube by accident. I was watching, I cannot remember her name. I'm so sorry. I don't even know if I'm prescribed to this woman, but I was in the middle of working on the second part of my book, and I had her videos in the background because she's also a writer. That is adorable. I'm sorry, I've got Jenna in the background. Crochet by Jenna. Girl, love you if you see this. Keep doing it. Anyway, this is exactly what you think it is. It is a curriculum that you build yourself, basically on all the things that you want to learn or get better at within whatever time period. I chose the month of November, just because I want to give it a shot, and you can hate me how much, like, you need to. I accept the hate. However, I did not have the time to put the thought into this, and I need it done. So I chose to have ChatGPT build this for me. I gave it the prompts. I told it everything I want to work on, given my schedule for work and everything, and home and life. So this is what it come up with, more or less. And I was able to tweak it to my liking. I've got crochet, writing, home and family, which is, spirituality, and YouTube. And I've already shot this once, but the TV was really loud, so I had to turn it down and reshoot it. But here they are. They're probably a little backwards, but there they are. And these are tabs that I got off of Temu, and I reinforced them with glue stick because, as pretty as the tabs are, they don't stick very well. They don't stay, but I wanted to use them. I've got them. I don't want them to go to waste. And I just used scraps of scrapbook paper that I had on hand, which I need to go get that for my mother's tomorrow. And then sticky notes. But this is the first section. It is crochet, and it's about 3 times a week. Supposed to be teaching my daughter like 1 time a week. I don't know why I'm on my own screen. I don't like that. I'm not that vain. But it's got a cute little quote at the end. It says, "Each stitch weaves magic, patience, and progress." It's just for some encouragement. Hold on. Sorry, I try really hard not to film my kids. If I post pictures or something of them, that's different, but I try not to have them in my videos as much. So yeah, and then business focus is like every 2 weeks. So do something major in the business every 2 weeks, like make a post or run a sale or whatever the case may be. And I even have like a little calendar for November in the beginning, and I've color coded each section, but I kind of fell behind in it because I'm not gonna lie, yesterday was really rough. I'm not gonna go into detail, but it was a really rough day. I didn't get anything done. No cleaning, no writing, no crochet, not anything. The only thing I got done was going to get the kids from school, bringing them home, making sure they ate, bathed, and went to bed. And I want to be real about my mental health as much as I can on this channel, just because I don't want anybody to feel like they're alone if you're going through it, because you're not alone. There's so many people that go through the same thing every day, and they think they're alone because nobody wants to talk about it, either because they're embarrassed or because their pride is too high. I mean, I guess it goes hand in hand, but either way, I'm not embarrassed by my mental health, okay? I am bipolar, I have anxiety, I have depression, probably undiagnosed ADHD in there, and maybe a touch of autism. I don't know. Both run in the family. And like, if it's there, it's there. Like, there's not much we can do about it. There's no sense in hiding it. It's who we are. It's one of the many bricks that build us into who we are. But back into this. I've got a content page, which I haven't written anything on. But I'm working on learning tapestry. I have not done anything else in it aside from the first run through. I want to look up tips and tricks on that whenever I get the chance. Teaching my daughter how to crochet with the new schedules and everything that we are on right now. It's been kind of hard to put that in there because every Friday they go to my mother's for the weekend, and then they're back Sunday. I work Sunday and Monday, sometimes Tuesday. So it's just all about sitting down and having the time. We have my youngest daughter's birthday party this weekend, so right now we're working on straightening up for that. You'll see me cleaning off my desk. It'll look like it's not clean in here. there's not really any trash on the floor. Honestly, it needs to be swept, but the only thing on the floor are clothes. Same with downstairs, like the dishes need to be ran and that's about it. It needs to be swept, but all in all, the house is clean. It's just stuff that we've got to do that can be done very easily so we don't stress over it. I'm gonna have to wipe down my walls because these kids be running their hands all over it. Kids are nasty little things. By the way, rambling. Thanks, Monster. But I was about to fall asleep. Grow the business, which is trying to find a website and post content, which I'm working on as we speak. And I've got a notes page, which is just some squares that I cut out and put them kind of catty corner. So they were in diamonds. And then I've got writing, and I'm excited to say, if you don't already know, I finished the second part of my book, and I have decided to start putting it on Wattpad. It is the first draft. It is the only draft that will go on Wattpad because as soon as I go into final edits to get ready to publish, it's getting pulled. So if you want to read the first draft, now's your chance to do it. It is Fit for the Throne by C. Randolph. I will have to find a way to put in a picture of it, but like of the cover. But right now I've only got the first two parts up. I have a friend that is reading it on her own time, so as she finishes a part, I will be posting the next part for her. So, but if I get enough people wanting the next part before she's ready, I will go ahead and post it because I've got them on my computer and on my phone to post, so it won't take but like 2 seconds to do it. Yeah, I'm really excited for that. It's purely for feedback and to get people excited for it, because something I even noticed is I didn't look over the first part well enough at all before I printed it off and started posting it, because she's already had to correct a couple of pieces, but the detail that I put into the first part is kind of lacking in the second part, and everybody that reads it will see that, which I can fix it. It's only the first draft. It's meant to be crappy, but yeah, so it's for constructive criticism is what I'm looking for. Now, if you want to haul off and be like, this is absolute shit, I don't know why you're trying, respect to you, but also, like, I don't care. I've been wanting to do this for years. I'm not gonna let anybody bring me down. If a publisher decides not to pick this up, I will self-publish. That is how, like I was saying, but that is how bad that I want this out there. I'm working on the third part. I'm ahead of schedule for the third part. I'm still working on the first chapter of said part, but it's only like 650 words a day. I'm doing about 700. Yesterday I didn't write a little bit, but it's okay. We'll get back on track. If you can hear the whining in the background, my daughter's cleaning her room by herself because she didn't want to help. Yeah, and it is, that's what this is about. It's about posting writing content, which is either on here or on TikTok. Randolph writes, if you're wondering. And then it has its own little page. Home and family, which is daily. This one I have been able to uphold for the most part, aside from the days when I'm working like 2 to 10. I don't really get a lot of time with my kids on those days, which is unfortunate. But I do see them if I take them in the morning, or because me and my husband, we flip-flop. Like, I'll take them one day, he'll take them the next, and then I'll take them again. And, you know, whoever takes them Friday, will take them Tuesday, and whoever took them Thursday will take them Monday. Unless, like, something happens and we've got to fix it. So for the most part, I am able to uphold this one. It's just a little bit more difficult. Cleaning, we fell behind a little bit, but we're getting there. And we're working on cleaning a little bit before the party Saturday for my youngest daughter, who is the one back there crying. But you know how kids get around their birthday. The closer it gets, the more they want to act up. Give me just a second. Kind of forgot where I was, but we're going again. Next is spirituality. This is for tarot and teaching my kids a little bit about paganism, which is what me and my husband follow. We do not expect them to follow it just because we do. My oldest, she has, I'm sorry, I should come upstairs. Your girl needs some oxygen. But, so my oldest daughter is interested in Christianity, which is fine. But she's 8. So we want her to be a little bit older before she gets her first Bible, if that by that time she still wants one. Because I want her to be able to use her brain and not take everything at face value, take it with a grain of salt, you know, take your own interpretation of it and do it that way, because that's really what it's for. There's too many people that take everything literal and just run with it and think, you know, they're higher than holy or whatever you want to call it. But like, she wants to try church. Like, we don't personally go. I'm not comfortable going. I don't like the feeling it gives me. So and my husband's the same way. So when the time comes, we'll find somebody that we can trust to take her, that's not gonna force her to, oh, you go to church. So basically, we just want somebody that's not going to force her to view it the way that they do. We want her to have her own relationship with the religion. And then onto YouTube. Oh yeah, and back in spirituality, I'm also supposed to be doing tarot, a pull every day. I have not been. It's my fault. It's just something that I've got to work on. I didn't really expect to, but I put it in there anyway. I always do. YouTube, trying to film and edit. Fridays will be the day that I try to post. Like, the actual videos are supposed to come out on Fridays. Last Friday I was able to get one out. It was only so late because I was having trouble with it uploading, but I figured out how to do it now. So every Friday, be on the lookout. I don't have a set time yet. That's gonna be the next kink that I work out. I may or may not post in between then, as far as like small videos that don't really have anything to do with anything, but that will be there. So, and I will engage with you guys as much as I can. If you comment, I will comment back. If you're already a part of the family, I have 5 subscribers. First off, love each and every one of you. It may not be the biggest number, but it's a start. Every single person is a start, and I love you guys so much for it. Thank you for being here. Jazzy, Nemo, I love you both. Nemo, you were my first one. You were my brother-in-law. I love you so much. I'm glad that you were here. I'm glad that all of you are here on this plane of existence. In this timeline, I'm glad I get to share this time with you. If you've made it this far, you make it further than my husband does in my ramblings. When we first met, I was talking about something, just rambling like I normally do, and he looks at me, he starts laughing, and I said, "What?" He goes, "You talk a lot." And it's been a struggle my entire life. So I guess this is kind of made for me. So once I get more comfortable with you guys and find out who I am in these videos, we'll flourish together. Either way, like I was saying, I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching all the way through. If you're not already following me, give me a follow. Let me know if you're following me by commenting down below. I want to add your name over here. I've got to add Nemo and Jazzy. I have to remember Nemo's user. Can't remember. I'll have to text him later and find out what it is. But if you made it this far, what is your favorite Thanksgiving dish? On my plate every year, it has to have homemade mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, turkey, of course, if it's available, rolls. I'm iffy on the dressing or stuffing, whatever you want to call it, because it really depends on how it's made. But those are my favorites. But I want to hear yours. Let me know down below. Comment, like, subscribe. What is something you want to see in the future? Let me know. I'm here for it. But until then, keep dreaming, keep creating, and I'll see you next chapter.